Hello YouTube. So I decided I would try changing up the formula on these videos. And instead of this being a casual gameplay video, this is gonna be more of a how-to beat with tips and tricks on the IL-1 bosses. This'll probably be a multi-part series, so it's obviously just start um with the root pack um in Botanic Panic. I would consider this to be the easiest boss in the entire game. Like, but Smoke Bomb can go a long way into making this fight and also the entire controls for the rest of the game much easier. It's pretty basic, you know? In this phase, prioritize your health more than just attacking, and keep your eye on the top side of the screen. Seriously? Again? And anyways, the carrot. Like I said, Smoke Bomb makes it a lot easier. Yeah, this is kind of boring. Let's just... Okay, there. Goopy Legrand. I'd say a lot of people have Goopy Legrand as their first boss. Also, um, quick life hack. Click space in order to skip any of the things. Basic, you know, but it's nice. And here we'll go into Goopy Legrand. Reminder, you have to beat it in regular in order to get the contract. Okay, I immediately make a mistake. Phase 1. It's doing great. Although it looks like he's going, it's like a direct attack. He's going over you in that attack. So don't be fooled. Those are the only places you can parry in this entire fight, so... Okay. Um, I just died to Goopy Legrand on video. That is so embarrassing. Oh, you don't even have Cuphead. You can't say that. Seriously, again. Come on. Okay. I've given all my tips. Always just go diagonally whenever you're fighting. In the third phase. Okay, Clip Joint Calamity with Ruby and Crooks. I definitely have a lot more practice with expert mode trying to get the S rank. So like I am very rusty. I oftentimes use a crack shot, so um whenever Ruby and Croaks are attacking, the cool thing about this phase is that you are always facing one of the frogs. Tip, tip and trick. Here's a nice tip. Always, always, always try and practice getting your cards up when in that transition because like it'll be so helpful for this next phase. Okay, let's see which one I get. The tiger one, easy. Let's see, first try. Okay, next one is the mausoleum. Mausoleum is definitely the easiest bit in this entire isle, I gotta say. This is actually the fourth time I've ever went into a mausoleum because, like, well, fifth, because it's like, I went into it. I tried to do a playthrough where I could only use the pea shooter. Just a tip: try to always stay on this platform. But overall, I've yeah. When these grandpa ghosts get involved, it can be a little bit tricky, but you know, only gets really tough until during the second one, of course. No, you're not in this episode. So this is legendary chalice first, and she gives you your first super art, which can be really helpful, especially when you unlock her as a playable character. So like, yeah, and just go into the super and get it. Okay, by now you should have bought in. I'm not gonna give any tips on. I have a DLC, so you can buy, so I can go into there. But if you have, I don't give any tips on the run guns, but just know that they're easy. And I refuse to go to Hildeberg, so it's time for Plant Boy in Floral Fury, Cagny Carnation. Let's do this.
You're up.
I recommend not using the pea shooter in this one because, like, half the time it's not, you can't see it. You can crouch under that, by the way. Dun, 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 dun. I think this is the most popular clickbait song that goes into a lot of the YouTube. Oh, I'm so used to playing as Chalice. Oh, well, we just lost the plant boy. Oh, look how close I was, though.
A
We're still
great
at the
plan
11-minute
ahead.
mark. This will be easy.
You're up.
We'll be fine. I recommend the roundabout in the early game, like before you get um this guide will be assuming that you don't have the DLC, but there will be a DLC guide later on. And I tell you, Chalice is super overpowered. This is the super art, by the way. What? Again?
A
Okay,
great plan and then stop.
whatever.
It's on.
Okay, that's going down. You can tip for phase one for the first phase. Um, you can always tell which if he's going down or up, depending on his stance. If the stance is lower, well then, yeah. If it's higher, then it's going up. Also, during that animation, Cagney gets 6 petals. What? This is my. I've died 3
This
times to
match will
Cagney
be a grand
Carnation,
final.
and although
You're up.
it definitely feels like an Inkwell Isle 2 boss. What? What? This game. This game's hard. But you know what?
A
I'll
brawl
just
is surely
I'm
brewing.
gonna last
Here
attempt
goes.
before I beat him off camera and just head to hit Holderberg. He gets 5 petals. He has 6 petals usually, but instead he has 5 during the like shooting seeds up. Whoop! Phase 2, let's go. What? Ooh, okay, I'm gonna beat him off camera. Let's head to Hildeberg, who is definitely the hardest boss here, and that's saying something. Because the only reason that they're hard, that Hildeberg's the hardest, is because it's the first introduction as a plane level. The aeroplane, because this isn't English. Boom. Plus you can shrink.
A brawl is surely brewing.
Okay, so starting off with phase 1 out of 7, I believe. Yeah, that's one of the reasons that this game is so. This is one of the hardest bosses. The first one, at least in the normal difficulty, is guaranteed to be the bull. The fourth phase is randomized. And I actually struggle with with Taurus and bombs. Okay, phase 3, we get introduced to the tornado attack and those green zeppelins. The green zeppelins are really difficult because none of their bullets you can parry. And it looks like we got the easy one here. My advice is right here, stay at the middle of the screen and see where the thing and just rotate around it. Yeah, usually she can only get... Okay, we're going into phase 6 with 1 HP left, and that is... Okay, final phase. Phase 6. I know I said phase 7 earlier. That was a lie. See why this is the hardest boss in the Inkwell Isle 1? I struggle with this one more than the Inkwell Isle 2 bosses.
Good day for a well battle. Now go.
My only advice for all of her in-between phases 1, 3, and 5, is to always be in front of her shooting. Because that can be really helpful, just getting through these phases, because sometimes she can definitely be very annoying. So now what we just want to do is hope that we get Gemini. And yes, we did. So yeah, she's based off of the constellations. And this one is in between. That phase is in between Gemini and the archer guy that I don't know the name of. So yeah. Let's go. Got a super into phase 6, which is very helpful. You gotta know the difference between these UFOs. The red ones go shoot immediately as you go under them. Meanwhile, the brown ones shoot right before you go under them. So you gotta keep an eye on that. You also gotta keep
A
an eye
great
on your
plan
ship
and
and
answer.
make sure that they don't
Income.
um, hit any of the stars. And yeah, if this takes longer, Yeah, I swear if this fight takes longer than 22 minutes, I'm ending the video. And I'll just beat him off screen. And also, I have no idea how to release a YouTube short. I need help. If someone doesn't tell me how to release a YouTube short right now, I will video game myself. Okay, sorry. I'm really struggling with that. I have no idea how to do that. Tried to release a YouTube short. This came out as a regular video. That's why the without touching gray video that I mentioned in the Wheel of Pain Minecraft video was, you know, scrapped. Always remember your ability to shrink. It can be very helpful sometimes. Let's go. So now here we've beaten every boss except Kag Incarnation, which I'll. You know what? Let's go beat Kag Incarnation. Holy crap! Oh yo, I got a perfect. That that's crazy. Exactly perfect. Usually, if it goes over 2 minutes, you lose. So we're gonna give one last attempt to Plant Boy before we end the video here.
Here's a real high-class belt.
But
Here
as
goes.
but like Hildeberg, very difficult boss. But always remember, um, I'm just realizing that I didn't get the harder fourth phase. But basically, it's just an archer. It's kind of hard to do, but just really just go into circles, to be honest. Come on. Okay, final phase. Always remember the ability to dash, kids. Pay attention to your character. You gotta pay attention. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Beat Inkwell Isle one in one video. Nice. I actually struggle with Hildeberg a lot, so let's get on this game, getting it good. So in order to end up off this video, let's go listen to my favorite song in this in this entire soundtrack. While the end card goes, the Die House. Nice.
I'm Mr. King Dice. I'm the gamest in the land. I never play nice. I'm the devil's right-hand man. I can't let you pass, 'cause you ain't done everything. Bring me those contracts, come on, bring them to the king. If you haven't finished your
Okay. Yeah, I'm
plan,
definitely
haven't
leaving
worked
the full
assiduously, no, I can't
1 hour
let
version
you
of this
pass.
song in the
Don't you
description
mess with
because
me.
like this is literally my favorite
Don't mess
songs.
with King Dice. Don't mess with
Okay,
me.
bye.
Don't
Um,
mess with me, guys.
see you next in the next
Don't
video.
mess with me.
Okay, thanks. Bye.